Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! My name is TheSparrowsJourney, and this is Total Tank Simulator from Noobz From Poland. You can probably guess where this game came from, or where the company settles in to make this game. We're gonna start by the campaign. We also have sandbox mode, and you can probably take similarities between this and another game that you know very well, which is Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Take it as a spin-off of that game, but only with tanks, and I guess for me that's a great idea. Alright, level 1, let's go with that. We have 5 levels available, at least in the German campaign. Maybe there is a different faction after that. We have here the units. This is exactly, or pretty much, the same panel we have in Totally Accurate Simulator. We have here the light tank Panzer 2, medium tank Panzer. We have a money limit of 1,000. Let's see what we can do over here. I'm gonna throw in a scout just to see what is the other faction like. So I'm gonna put him over here. And we're also already gonna check how the game is. Alright, so there is my guy over there, back there. There are a lot of visual similarities between this and tabs as well, as you can see. It just uses this very shape-ish, simple shapes kind of graphics, which I like. Let's see how we do over here. So this is a light tank. I believe those yellow tanks are the medium ones. That's really loud. This is what I love about this game, is that you can see all these stats and try to match them or fight them with other units that you put in the battle. So let's see. Anti-tank, I guess, would be a good choice over here to take them out. He has a great fire range, as it should. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put some of these. So anti-tank packs over here. I don't know if this is gonna be a good choice or not. And you are gonna be the judge of that, because I have little experience with tanks. This costs a lot though. I should probably put just only one in the center, like so. And now I need something to stop the other guys. Now, heavy tanks sound amazing. They have a lot of armor, as you should expect. But the thing is, they cost a lot of money. So I'm gonna throw some medium tanks, I would say. 310 armor, while the light tank has almost half of that. So that's gonna be it for the medium tanks, I would say. And now some light tanks panzers to try and flank them. That's exactly what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna put them back here so that these guys get their attention first, and then these ones just go in from the back and eventually shoot them from the sides. I don't know how this works in this game, but in games like World of Tanks, you could shoot for more damage if you hit them in the back. You had bullets that would ricochet, you had shots that would ricochet if you hit certain parts of the cannons. Of the tanks, I mean. Let's see how we do over here. I do hope that this guy is able to reach their tanks. Is he? He is moving, but very slowly. Actually, he is only turning, so it might not have been a good idea to have my medium tanks so up forward, because my anti-tank is not doing anything right now. It's not even shooting. I need to check the range on it. I think it's 150. There you go. My light tanks are flanking, which is a good thing. I mean, these guys over here in the middle didn't do any flanking at all. Look at the chaos. The sounds, though. It's freaking loud as heck. Alright, is the anti-tank doing its job? Let's see. It is shooting, and he shot that guy. Please destroy him now. Awesome, but something is shooting at it as well. I think what is doing a really great job over here is the light tanks, because it is really distracting them. Look at that. Did you see that? I think one shot over there. Another one. Ricochet on the guy. I'm not entirely sure what are those red ones, but I do believe they are medium tanks. Okay, so there's one thing I need to fix over here, which is either putting my tanks in the back a little bit more. Hold up, I might still win this. I'm gonna win this! They don't have any more tanks, do they? Behind the trees or something like that. Oh, they have one more over there. Oh god! Oh god, they need to figure this out, because this tank has its tracks broken and cannot move because of the smoke. You can see the smoke, and my anti-tank cannot reach it. There's not enough range and it won't move. The anti-tanks are stationary. So I actually enjoy this way better, so that I can now fix something that needs to be fixed. I either put the anti-tank up forward a little bit more, or my medium tanks back. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that anti-tank from there and put it something like this. Might be crazy, but I'm gonna put them over here so that it can shoot already the first chance it gets. Alright, so hopefully my medium tanks will pass through the anti-tank. I'm trying to see if the light tanks are indeed faster or not. They don't seem to be much faster than the medium tanks. Alright, let's see how it goes. That might still have not been enough. I think I need to put the anti-tank a little bit further to the front. It's moving. There we go. It started fighting right now. Alright, let's see how we do. Their light tanks are flanking a lot, and I might need to figure out a way to fix that. My light tanks on the right side always flank, but these ones just go straight for the middle. Wow, this battle went much worse than the previous one. Hold up a second. There must be like luck involved in here. A lot of luck, because look at this. Most of my tanks are down the drain, and they still have a lot of them. And on the previous battle, they only had one surviving up until the end. Alright, so let's try to fix this. They have more numbers, they have more tanks than me. I'm gonna lose this fight, even though I'm still ricocheting some bullets over there. There we go. So, I guess what I need to do over here is put some more medium tanks, because that is making a difference. So let's take away some of these medium tanks. Alright, more light tanks forced. Look at that, it goes around the artillery. That's amazing. Because in tabs, they just go forward. They don't care. They just care about reaching the opposite army and try and kill them. What the hell was that? I think I just shot a tree over there. Alright, the anti-tank is doing its job. Nice. But the thing is, my light tanks always go to the middle. I want them to flank and go on the sides, even though I don't have many right now. But I cannot put them further away to the left or to the right. So how do I tell them to just flank? I can't. Alright, we need to take away the anti-tank weapon. I can put in one heavy tank. They don't have artillery, so it might be a good idea to bet on heavy tanks. Let's see, let's put them over here, and they will be the ones taking the damage. Can I put one more? Nah. I can only put one. I mean, one... Can one survive like a wave of 5 or 6 light tanks? I don't know. Let's put them over here. And let's put more light tanks. This is going to be a light tanks kind of battle. I'm going to put some more, let's see, over here in the middle. There's no units limit, so I can put them as many as I can, as long as I can buy them. So I'm going to put some more over here. And I have money for one more. Let's put it... I like my armies always to be symmetrical. So I'm going to put them over here. There we go, whatever. And let's see how we do. Let's see how our heavy tank does, because look at that. What an amazing tiger that... Houston, we have a problem over here. What happened? Did it just break? Defective unit? It needed some repairs before getting into battle? God dang it. Alright, let's check the tiger. Let's follow the tiger. And see how it does. Let's see how many shots can it survive. It's surviving a lot already. Please don't drive and cross fire. That's not a good idea. I don't know if there's friendly fire around here. It is so slow turning. Against light tanks, it struggles a lot. It struggles a huge lot. My point with the heavy tank was just to sustain damage while my other tanks would do the damage, but it's still not working. It seems that I suck at this. Alright, how the heck do I defeat these guys? I could try and put some landmines. I mean, I have money for a lot of it. So, let's try that out. Let's put one over here, one over here. I have no idea if they're gonna step on them or not. This is a matter of being lucky, I suppose. Actually, landmines might be a great thing to have against so many light tanks because they move so fast. They will step on the ground much more. On much more ground, if that makes any sense. Alright, please, please. Go on. Continue. I cannot step on my own mines, can I? No! I'm stepping on my own mines! Alright, but they're stepping on mines too, aren't they? Well, some of them. The thing is, I got to my mines before them!
2 hours later.
Man, but am I struggling? I thought we would be done with this like in 5 minutes. What happened to this goddamn medium tank? Bad engine start? This is not a race, but... I mean, they don't have any special kind of position of any army position. They have 3 medium tanks in the middle, and all of their light tanks spread out in the front. Am I being very unlucky? Is that the problem? I mean, all my light tanks are already gone. How is that possible? My light tanks always go towards the middle, and I think that is my problem. Other than that guy over there, all my light tanks are gone. What's happening over here? I think I need to study this. I need to go through one of those documentaries and learn about tanks, because this is seriously not working. Numbers is just not gonna do it. I mean, they have the same kind of medium and light tanks, but they are a different faction, so maybe this happens in World of Tanks as well. Maybe their same type of tanks have different stats, which makes them have an advantage. So I might indeed need to use any of the other things around here. But you know what? I have another idea. Right? Right, I'm running out of ideas. I mean, we could go with a full army of light tanks. Would that ever work? A massive army of light tanks. Let's see what gives. Please, let this be the win. I am making a fool of myself. Hitler would not be proud of me. Alright, we lost one. But look at all the bullets coming their way. Come on, we gotta destroy some of them. Alright, we destroyed one. They're focusing on the medium tanks. That's a good idea. But their light tanks are all surviving. This is looking better than before. I can't believe this will be the trick. I can't believe this will be the solution. What would the German generals think of me? I would be a waste of human skin. I would be a waste of oxygen. Because this seems to be actually the solution. You can actually see the cannonballs, only now I noticed. Cannonballs or tank balls. Do tanks have balls? Yes! Jesus! I feel like I need a freaking medal for that. Alright, in this one we have 1,400 money left. Let's see what they have to engage. And let's put one scout over there to check their army. So they're gonna use nice and different landscape. I like it. Alright, so ooh, that's a lot of artillery. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artillery from the ones that shoot from a distance. They have over here 4 medium tanks and a lot of light tanks. I'm gonna put them like so. I'm gonna need a crap ton of them and in different levels so that they can try and flank and whatnot. So I'm gonna put some over here like so. Maybe these 4 will flank. Hopefully they can get on the trees and smash them to bits. No, I'm not a nature hater, but this is what needs to be done to win the war. And what other else I could put? We don't want any landmines because we are using light tanks. This over here might not be a good idea considering that they have artillery. But let's see how we do. Okay, hopefully they can bring the trees down. I think they do, so that's cool. I think though I have too much distance between my medium tanks and my light tanks. Yeah, hit the trees because that's what we need to hit, right? The challenge over here is to hit trees. Well, guess what? It's not. Wow, look at this. This is amazing. And this is incredibly loud as well. Okay, do not destroy the trees, man. Trees are not the problem. We won't be able to have any books in the future because of how many trees you're destroying. I don't even care about the environment or the oxygen in the planet. I'm kidding. It's gonna take a long time to bring down those medium tanks with just light tanks. That's for sure. That many medium tanks can prove really hard to kill with just light tanks. And that is being a problem, I believe. Look at this massive destruction in the battlefield. That's actually awesome. It reminds me of in tabs when you have all those corpses down on the floor. But, yeah, I need something stronger to bring down these medium tanks. I had so many light tanks shooting them, but they would still survive because they can hold so much damage. Alright, so I think it's time we throw into the mix some heavy tanks. Let's see how we do with that because we have a lot of currency. So, heavy tanks. Let's see. Oh, wow, that artillery hit my heavy tanks. Son of a gun. Yeah, the heavy tanks, this was the whole reason why at the beginning I went with just light tanks, because their artillery can hit my heavy tanks really easily because they're so slow. Alright, look at this destruction. Awesome. It's one thing that I really like to follow on this battlefield is this corner over here because there's always so much destruction. Trees being blown up. Look at that. My heavy tank, one of them, is already gone. And he's now being attacked by light tanks, which can pretty much wreck him. Nice, okay. You just proved me wrong. Good job. They can turn pretty fast, actually. I thought they were... Well, their aim is horrible, though. I wonder if there's a name stat to the tanks. I haven't checked that out. Oh, look at that. My light tanks are doing their job over there with the artillery, which is great. You can see a lot of similarities over here when you think about World of Tanks. Normally, the light tanks always go forward and try to flank and backstab them. Oh, wow. Did it just ram against the artillery? That was awesome. Now, what's really failing over here is destroying these medium tanks. They are not being destroyed. So I need to think, what can I bring the medium tanks down with? And I think the answer might be artillery. Because I'm using heavy tanks, and heavy tanks will be heavily hit. Mine is the pun. Yeah, they're gonna hit my artillery. Even before you can shoot once. It's not a good idea to put your artillery so much forward. Wow, nice tree. Much wow. It's still surviving, but just luckily... Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that my artillery is hitting the trees. So I think I want to put my artillery in the middle, so that it doesn't hit the trees. Actually, that was something that was used in World of Tanks for camouflage, so that you could hide from the enemy tanks. Artillery is not doing a bad job over here, but it's bad positioned. It's definitely bad positioned. I'm gonna wait for the end of the battle so that I can see the stats and also acknowledge what I need to change. The artillery positions need to change, definitely. And they are not surviving long enough to then attack the medium tanks, which was the whole reason why I put them down. This guy is doing a great job. Until he dies. I'm just gonna throw light tanks. Light tanks all over the place. Okay, let's see how we do. That's gonna miss, right? Good. We need them to start moving faster so that the artillery misses even more. Because normally what happens is the tanks start speeding up later on. Okay, cool. I have some tanks over there flanking them. But I just need them to start destroying the ones in the middle. Come on. It's not really happening, is it? It's these medium tanks, man. These medium tanks are so sturdy. Look at that. Alright, they still have a lot of light tanks back here. They're fighting my medium tanks. Let's see if we can destroy some of them. Their medium tanks are going down, finally. Okay, and I have one light tank taking care of their artillery, but you're gonna be hit if you don't get closer. And you're missing so much, holy crap. Okay, you better get closer, my friend. Why don't you even ram them? That would be amazing. But it seems we got the secret over here, which is a very good thing. Some more light tanks over there, and... Alright, that guy will certainly take care of the artillery. Do we have the win over here? One more! Uno más! Banana! Hope you have enjoyed this episode, and if you want to see more of this game, let me know in the comment section so that I have a good idea if this is actually a good thing to upload or not. My name has been TheSparrowsJourney. I hope you guys have a grand day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.